Bungie did it. Bungie cooked. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go over really quickly over everything that's coming in the final shape as we know it so far. Let's begin. First up is the UI changes. They are finally doing it. They are buffing the UI. Finally. They showed this in the recent TWID. They are moving critical information buffs from bosses and such to the top of your HUD. Weapon buffs right above your super bar, and then everything else will be on the left side of the screen, but it will have prioritization depending on the buff. Usually they said in the TWID that it never used to do this, but now they fixed it to show the most important things will always be up on the screen. Secondly, we got the new exotic class items for each class. So these essentially, what they do is give little exotic perks from any class. So it doesn't have to be yours specifically, but it could be from a hunter, a titan, say you're on a warlock, but they are more downgraded versions of that because they obviously don't want them to be more overpowered, original exotic armor pieces themselves, but they can take at least 2 perks and they're randomly rolled and put them straight on that class item, and it could help with your build. The only thing with these is they only work with the new subclass, so it kind of builds into this new subclass, and it's pretty cool. They finally did it. We complained enough, everyone. Let's go start clapping. The delay got us actually 3 brand new supers on top of the new ones they announced at the original showcase. This is called Prismatic. It is a mixture of light and dark, with limitations being a set amount of abilities from each element type. So certain aspects, certain grenades, melees, supers. It's not everything. So they give you a reason to use the original. That would make the most sense. I don't doubt later on, if we complain enough, they will add more. But we'll just have to play around with what we got to see if it actually is much more overpowered than the original versions of this. They also have something new called Transcendence. It is a brand new kind of mini super ability you get from charging light and dark. You do damage with both. It'll charge this little bar, and you use an ability called Transcendence. Basically, this gives you a brand new grenade. Hunter gets Hail Fire Spike that combines Stasis and Solar. Titan gets Electrified Snare that combines Strand and Arc. Warlock gets Freezing Singularity that combines Stasis and Void. Pretty cool. It also gives you faster recharge rate on your grenade. So it is technically just a mini super like Song of Flame, but on top of this new whole subclass, we are also getting new supers that were previously discussed in the original announcement for the final shape. Titan's getting a Void one called Twilight Arsenal. Hunter's getting an Arc one called Storm's Edge. Warlock's getting Solar called Song of Flame. They also come with respective aspects with it. Next, with their little bit of spare time, they managed to release the whole enemy faction for this expansion. I do think this was the proper way to use their time. I don't know what else they could have done, but personally, this is what should have been done in the first place. I do think the subjugators were not enough, especially for a final showdown. I just feel like the Witness wasn't really using anything at his disposal, right? So we got brand new enemy faction. Tormentors were originally part of that enemy faction, but now we got the subjugators. We got the Grim, that is a flying creature. The Husk, when killing it, unleashes a Geist that tracks you and explode. The Attendant and Weavers that use Strand and Stasis respectively, just like the Subjugators. They all look pretty cool. And I think this was the correct way to use our time. I just feel like going against these same enemies we've had before just doesn't make sense to a final conclusion between the witness. So good job on their part. Lastly, from what I have and what we really don't know much about is the XUR updates that are coming with the final shape, and I'm assuming we'll learn more about this with TWIDs to come, and we will cover that later when they come out. But we also have something called Pathfinder. This is replacing the bounty system in the final shape. It is this little track that you go down completing certain objectives so they can get a big reward at the end. We don't know what that is going to be, what that would entail, but again, later on we will probably learn more about changes. And they said this will replace all destinations eventually, but they are starting out as like a beta for the final shape, essentially, for this idea, and they'll see if they evolve it. But so far, that is all what I have. We will have maybe more information to come in the future. I don't doubt it. This is just the start of information flowing in from the final shape. So look forward to that information when it comes out. We are getting pretty close to the release of the final shape in the end of the Light and Dark saga. 7 more weeks in counting. Wish you guys patience. Wait till the end, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys later.